I stopped listening to gurus and started to work on my body. What happened? What happened? Come on, what happened? Well, I'll tell you about that in a second. Firstly, I want to tell you about the Bright Beings Academy. I run this as a Ki Gong school, and also I run the Dream Method, which is a one-to-one coaching course, and that helped me change everything about my life. So what happened when I stopped listening to gurus and started to work on my body? Listening to the gurus is important. I'm not knocking that at all, because information is everything in this matrix that we live in. And getting good information into your body so that you can actually start to work on it is really key to you surviving this matrix that we live in. But if you just take it as information and you use it with your intellect, it can twist and turn and take you around so many different avenues and different ways of you trying to understand and work in this information to your life. That can be really, really confusing, really difficult. When you bring it into the body, the information that's given to us, when you bring it into the body and you tune your body up, you're tuning yourself into these higher vibrations. That's what happens. So you start to work on your body, you start to tune it up, your energy body in particular I'm talking about here, you tune it up and then you start to connect with these higher vibrations. If you think about it, really think about it, the color red is a long, slow waveform, right? And that's a low note. We'll take the notes of the scales and we'll say the C note, not middle C, but a low, low C note, long, heavy note. And then it comes up to your second chakra, which would be a D note, and a little bit smaller waveform. The waveform's a little bit closer together, so it's a bit quicker, and then it comes up, the solar plexus even higher, higher, higher. So what happens with human beings, we tend to be in a state where our lower chakras are completely messed up. You need to really retune and recalibrate them so that it can receive the energies of the earth. Then it comes into the energies of humanity. So that would be the in, humanity. G is the earth in my practice. Chun is the heaven energy. So when you bring that energy up, that's the female energy rising, Shakti rising, come to the heart, you come to the humanity, you become more human. You actually have more compassion, more empathy, more love in your heart for people in the world. And then you've got the upper danjon, Shiva energy coming down, water up, fire down, female up, male down. So you meet in the heart. And this starts to recalibrate and retune your body into the higher energies that are available from you. Comes from your seventh chakra. Seventh chakra, heaven's gate. So when we have a thought come into the head, and it's being proven that it comes through your seventh chakra now, they're actually monitoring energy coming in and then the thought, then you can learn not to unpack the thought so it will just drift off. But all of us now, we unpack the thoughts when we're stressed and anxious and it just runs away with itself, goes everywhere. But you can learn to bring in that concept of a higher information and start to implement it in your life. And you really can't explain what this information is, but you know that it's the right thing to do, and you know that this actually starts to come out and manifest into your physical life. So what happens when you stop listening to the gurus and you start working on your body? If you still retain that information in your intellect, you can turn that intellect into intelligence. So you become a more intelligent human being rather than an intellectual human being. Intellect can cut till there's nothing left. Intelligence will never do that. Intelligence would never do that. Intelligence would never look at an orange and go, well, that's unhealthy. Whereas your intellect could turn it around and turn on the sweets in the orange, or the sugars in the orange, I should say, or the tartness or the sharpness of it, or the acid in there, and it could go in many, many different ways to stop you eating that orange when that orange would actually be really good for you, and the pith of it, superb. So that's what your intellect and intelligence can do. So actually coming into your body and tuning into your body will help you do that, will help you actually come more into the intelligence side of yourself, respond to the energies in your body so that you can actually be the human being you came here to be. Not the human being that's being conditioned and crushed and all the chakras out of alignment and everything's going horribly wrong for you and you're miserable, depressed and anxious. That's not you. That's not being a human being. What you need to do is recalibrate, retune your chakra system, receive the higher energy, and then you can thrive on it. So coming into the body rather than using the intellect. Makes sense? If you want to know more about this, you can come to the Bright Beings Academy, where I actually run a Ki Gong school for people who want to actually tune up their energy bodies. It's brilliant for that, this Ki Gong practice I do. It's from South Korea. Or if you've got deeper emotional wounds that have a real issue for you, I do the Dream Method, which is a one-to-one coaching course where I coach people through what's happening with them using the body, not just intellect, but using the body and your intelligence so that you can work your way around this. So if you want to learn more about that, you can click the link below, or you can DM me, whichever way you're viewing this. You can either DM me, give me a direct message, or click the link below and you'll go through to the Bright Beings Academy and have a look what you want. And then you can contact me if you want to go on the Dream Method. In particular, I'll send you a webinar, free webinar. If you want to join the Bright Beings Academy, self-explanatory, you can do that. Okay, if you don't want to do any of that, just focus on your body. Listen to the gurus, get the information. It's fantastic stuff. But listen to your body. That's the biggest guru of all. That's where you learn the most. Till the next post, I'll see you then. Be well and keep shining.